Angus Taylor in Canberra. Angus, no doubt you're going to say that this is because of Labor's spending, but when it comes to your party, I mean, what then would you be cutting to try and tame inflation?
Well, good to be with you, Tom, and you're absolutely right. Good prediction. There's no doubt that Labor's spending has been growing, and we're on our way to $1 trillion of debt. In the coming months, we will see $1 trillion of debt, and that's driving inflation. We saw underlying inflation increase in these numbers up to 3.6%, and you are right. In order to combat this, we've got to get rid of government spending waste, and we've laid out a series of areas where that can be done. Housing funds that are not delivering housing. In fact, housing supply has been going backwards under Labor. They're so-called net zero programs that are not reducing emissions. We've barely seen any movement in emissions under Labor, and billions of dollars going into green hydrogen projects and other areas. We should be reserving critical government programs, including welfare programs, for Australian citizens, including the 5% home deposit scheme, which is going to non-citizens. So these are the areas where there is real waste. This is not money that should be spent right now because it fuels inflation, it fuels debt, it fuels deficit, and that drives up interest rates. The average mortgage holder, $29,000 a year worse off than when Labor came to power. That's a lot of pain, a lot of money people have got to go and find.
Well, I mean, if you get to enact those policies, that assumes you've made it to government, which does seem increasingly dependent, according to the polls, on whether you can make a pact with Pauline Hanson. She said she's waiting for your call. You're going to pick up the phone?
Well, I offered to meet her to stop these toxic taxes that Labor's pushing through. Taxes on savings, on investment, on houses, on small businesses. I haven't heard back yet, Tom, but I'm looking forward to that.
What about meeting with her to talk about some sort of coalition?
Well, look, we're focused on our plan. We're focused on our strong team to deliver a plan for Australians that's a credible plan for the future of this country at a time when this country is heading in the wrong direction. And that's my sharp focus and will continue to be. I will fight Labor, I will fight this government that is taking this country in the wrong direction, and I will lay out our plan. Our plan to restore our standard of living, to axe Labor's toxic taxes, to reduce income taxes, which we laid out in the budget in reply, to get affordable, abundant energy into our system, to make sure we've got a balance between immigration and housing, and we've got available housing for young Australians, to put Australians first every day of the week. And that's our plan, and that's what I'll continue to focus on.
Well, look, speaking of Pauline, you refused to say the other day whether you share her vision for a monoculture. In fact, you were asked 5 times and you couldn't bring yourself to say the word multiculturalism. Can you make it clear for voters now? Do you support multiculturalism?
Look, the version of the multiculturalism I believe in for this country is one where we come from across the world, Tom. Australians have ancestries that go back to all parts of the world, and yet there are real expectations that we have a common set of values, that those who come here contribute to the country. Those common set of values must include a respect for our law, a fair go for all Australians, the basic freedoms we rely on, the freedoms of religion and speech and association, our parliamentary democracy. If people want to come here and they don't commit to those things, they shouldn't be coming in the first place. And that is the version, that is the multiculturalism I believe in. I don't know what monoculture means. I hear in the last day or so it's something like looking like Japan. I don't want Australia to look like Japan. I want Australia to look like Australia. And I was proud to grow up in a wonderful town, Cooma, in southern New South Wales, where after the war we saw huge waves of migrants coming to this country, becoming Australians. But they came with their food and their clothes and their culture from other places, but they committed to our country. And they committed to our values. That's a version. That is a multiculturalism that works.
Before we let you go, the Australian is reporting this morning that your hesitation to support multiculturalism has got some other Liberal MPs questioning your ability to lead. I mean, are you ready for more leadership murmurings and talk of a spill?
Well, I think all of us absolutely reject Labor's version, Labor's multiculturalism, which is different rules.
But what about your party? Are you hearing murmurings?
I'm not going to comment. I'm not going to comment on anonymous backgrounding, Tom. I don't do that. What I focus on is our plan, holding Labor to account, and with respect to the issue we were just talking about, you know, a multiculturalism that says you can have different rules for different people, that's not what Australia is.
Authorised by Angus Taylor MP, Liberal Party, Camden.